Good morning, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. And first order of business, thank you so much for the amazingly kind and supportive comments that you posted on my video that I put up on Tuesday. It was the one about the Huda Grunge palette, and I talked about how my dad was going to have a PET scan that day that was going to tell how the chemo was working in his body, and I broke down for a moment in that video, and you guys just like really lifted me up. And then I had shot the next video before that one even posted, so I didn't have a chance to thank you so much for being so amazing and so nice, understanding, uplifting. Just thank you so much. And I did post a little comment update under that video, but I'll share it here now as well. The PET scan came out to show that there was no more evidence of cancer. Huge. The best I could have asked for as far as that goes. So that tells us the 2 rounds of chemo have worked well. He will probably still undergo some chemo. That's what his oncologist says, because there could be like a microscopic presence of something and they really want to make sure it's eradicated, you know. But this was a huge boost for us all. We just really feel encouraged, and yeah, thank you for the prayers. Thank you so much, beyond any thanks I can really give here verbally. Thank you so much. In this video now, I received a PR package that just like went above and beyond from Bobbi Brown. It loaded me up on holiday gift sets and glitzy, fun and fancy things. They also threw in a bottle of champagne. But I want to play with these today. I wanted to come up here and just try them out regardless of whether I did a video or not, but it is video day, so I thought let's do it on a video. I have some lip sets. I have some eye stick sets, which I've only ever tried like one mini shadow stick from Bobbi Brown. Look at the ornate finish on these. It makes you think of like the ceiling of a really fancy older building or something. And then we've got these new lipsticks. They're called Luxe Matte lipsticks. I think they're new, but these like lined the box. Yeah, they were in a box that included champagne, and now they're in a great value quart-size Ziploc. That's what happens when a PR package comes to my house. That's right. Cute mugs for just a couple bucks at Dollar General. I love this one, and I love its little lip. If you find a mug that has a little lip like that, the coffee drinking is so enjoyable. So what's on my face right now is just skincare. I did include my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base in honor of these Bobbi Brown products, and there was a little duo in there as well of 2 of the Vitamin Enriched Face Bases. Wowza, mega sneeze, mega nose blow, but it happened before the makeup went on. Yay! So I'm gonna use as many like Bobbi Brown face things as I can just to like come in with this look, okay? So I have the Vitamin Enriched Skin Tint Broad Spectrum SPF 15. I did include this in a video a while back. I have the shade Light 2, and I like this stuff. This actually wore surprisingly well on me. It is definitely a more lightweight product on the skin, tinted moisturizer style, you know. The more I use my lightweight products, the more I realize I can totally get by with it. At this point in time with my skin the way it is, my skin overall is fairly even, you know. So yeah, I want to bring some coverage up on the under eye area, but the skin as a whole doesn't necessarily always need the biggest and most coverage. I'm just blending that in real quick and easy like here with my e.l.f. Duo brush. And looky here, like a nice little soft dewy glow. Yes, coverage is light and skin feels extra juicy. But yeah, that was about a pearl-sized amount, just a real standard amount that I would use. Nice little light, easy, moisturizing skin tint. That came from their new Vitamin Enriched line. They also have a powder that we'll be getting to as well. That's newer. This is a product I've had on hand from Bobbi Brown for a while, and it's their skin corrector stick. Originally, they had skin correctors in the little pots. I believe they still do. And Bobbi Brown, this line has been good about having a range of correctors. So like I have bisque, but there's quite a few different takes on this type of shade. But I find the stick to be very handy. I like the texture of it. And yeah, I haven't used this in a little while. I've been going for my little e.l.f. corrector, which I consider to be a little bit more of an overall skin brightener, not necessarily something that's going to literally color correct your darkness. But yeah, I just put that around my darkest part of my under eye and outer corner. And then the plan is to blend this out and magnetic closure, and then pop on just a regular concealer over top, which I don't have one of those from Bobbi Brown right now, so I'll just use whatever. But yeah, we just blend that in with the end of the Duo brush. I mean, I was dark in there, but look at what that does. Does a really nice job of color correcting your darkness. And that goes not only for like stuff like this, but if you've got melasma, I mean, that was something, I definitely had some videos when I was, probably around the time I was pregnant with Belle, I believe was the main time I dealt with that. Just dealing with these dark patches caused by your hormones. I mean, they faded because of changing hormones, but the sun can also kind of inspire those areas to come back. So really wearing your sunscreen is a great defender from that coming back. And also I think just the hormone shift in your body gives you either kind of an advantage or disadvantage toward having that. But here we are with the brightening. And then I just pulled out this Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Light Concealer. I do like this one. It's the Illuminating Smoothing Concealer, and I wear the shade called Oatmeal. So we're just gonna use this as our overall concealer. We're gonna put some little dots right in here. We're gonna add a little out here too, and just kind of use it all over the face. Like I wanna, you know, tackle a little redness around the nose today. Just like that. And then you know the drill. We spread the dots and then we dab over them with the larger side of the brush. So make it take up a little room and then we'll dab over it. See what I mean about like just having a concealer routine, but you could be going over a super lightweight product and the skin is going to look amazing. If you're not dealing with a lot of discoloration all over the skin, this can work really well. That's a really good shade for me in that Too Faced. Just making sure we're all blended fully right in the innermost corner. This is not necessarily something I'd use up on my under eye just because of the shade. I have the shade Neutral. Definitely an all over the face kind of shade for me. So you know what we're gonna pull in. Maybelline Fit Me, the loose powder in Fair. Love this so much. Give a little shaky shake. Pick it up on the triangle powder puff and we will set that under eye for the day. It is Thanksgiving as I shoot this. I definitely have some cooking ahead of me. We're not having a real big shindig over here at my house this year because most everyone in my house is dealing with this cold. And we don't want to pass that on to mom and dad. So like nobody's coming down additionally to celebrate. I'm just dusting away any excess here. And we'll just feel grateful for those PET scan results and know that this too shall pass and we're going to make it through this time of dad's chemo. So now the under eye is really looking good and we're going to use this powder. This is again the Vitamin Enriched Press Powder in Neutral. Just pick some of this up with a little brush. Look how they've done the nice little weaved design on there. I always like that when I see it. Very satisfying looking. And this can really just help out the overall surface of your skin, getting it feeling a little less dewy and a little more fully set. We talk about having that consistent feel all over your skin. So, you know, we've really done some work on the under eye, but we want the rest of the face to feel like, you know, if we leaned up on a hand or whatever we did, it wasn't going to totally transfer off. Again, this isn't really going up on the under eye area. I'm putting it kind of everywhere but the under eye. Okay, there's our quick little base with mostly Bobbi Brown. Now we're going to move into some of the new goodies. I'm wondering if I should bronze first or not. We have this Luxe Cheek and Highlighter palette, and that's this thing that I said looks like the ceiling of an old fancy building. But it has the Radiant Blush in Aura, Radiant Blush in Brilliant Bronze, and Highlighting Powder in Afternoon Glow. Huge mirror. Here's the product inside. This appears like it's going to bronze. I guess we just need to see how much it's going to bronze. Because when I swatched it, I kind of felt like, is a lot coming off there? We will just have to see. We're trying it out together, friends. Okay, I think I'm going to see a little bit of this on here. I'm using my BK Beauty 107. Yeah, we're getting the softest of bronzes here. It's almost reminding me of like what I might get from an ultra light Hourglass bronzer. Okay. It's maybe showing even more in person than it is on camera. No, I'm okay with that. That's fine. It looks really natural. It really doesn't look makeup-y on the skin. Whatever this formula is, like, is kicking up absolutely zero powdery dust. So it's coming off on the skin looking practically like nothing. I can see the color, but texture-wise, it's not adding anything. We did have cheerleading practice last night. The kids are coming along, y'all. So here's that. Here's the bronzer. It's very soft and subtle. If you're a tan to rich skin tone, I would say don't plan on that showing up, and it doesn't appear that like this is something that's coming in 2 shades. So just something to note there. We're gonna go over to this cool pink looking blush. Try to pick up some of that. Again, it's hard to really see it on your brush a lot, but okay, we see her coming off kind of soft and rosy. Definitely there. How do you like that for a blush description? It's definitely there. It's just interesting when you put your brush in, and I am scrubbing a little bit with these. They kind of remind me of the blushes that are in like a NARS palette. You know how they do in their palettes? They got this very firm formula that you don't always know what you're getting out of it. Sometimes you're getting more than you think. I'm seeing the blush. The blush is nice. It's giving kind of a baby pink look. I continue to build because I'm just obsessed like that, but okay. And then the highlighter. Let's see. Go into it here. Ah, okay. We really see that with just a little bit. It's giving a nice little glow there to the apple of the cheek. I enjoy that. Softer than my new Revlon Skin Lights, but kind of the same tone. The thing I like about the Revlon Skin Lights is you can take it soft if you just apply a little amount. There we are with those face steps on. To me, like, this is a glorious looking little palette, but I'm not floored by what's inside. I like to see a blush bronzer highlight palette, but this is doing less color-wise than the Maybelline Master Contour palette that also does blush bronzer highlight. Plus that comes in multiple tones. Like I said, if your skin tone is much deeper than mine, you're gonna really struggle to see that bronzer. So this is not gonna get like a rave review from me. I'm not super huge on it. I think it's beautiful, but I'm not wowed. You guys know I'm gonna give it to you straight on these videos. At this point, I'm going to do my brow, and then we'll work with some of these eye and lip products. We're back, and I took forever doing my brows. I don't know what happened over here, but I like messed up my brow. I went way far above. It wasn't good. Oh, and now I corrected it, and the whole brow looks lighter. Maybe if I go over it with a little tint. This is a real piece of work today. Just forgive this side, okay? Do you ever have that time where you like randomly really screw up a part of your makeup that you don't even expect to mess up? That's like what happens to people in like cheerleading routines. You'll get to a competition and you'll mess up on the one random thing you never thought you had to worry about. Little Milani eyeshadow primer. Let's just get that out of the way, then we can talk. Here's what we have eye-wise. There is a nice little set here called Eyes All Aglow. I love that title. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow. We've got 5 of those full-size sticks plus a mascara. We'll definitely use that mascara today. And then the sticks, I swatched them out. It's a nice little neutral range. I like that they've really covered a range with this. So we have something very light and shimmery. That lightest one is called Moonstone. Going inward, we have soft bronze. The middle one is a nice solid mid-tone, which does appear to be matte. That's taupe. I think the next one there is cinnamon, and then mulberry. Okay, so I think I've heard Shelby Wilson speak highly of these. I think she's like the shadow stick queen. We've got those, and then there's this little eyeshadow duo, which gives you a small taste of what that packaging was like on the blush bronzer highlight trio. And this little duo looks like this. And we've got 2 shades. It says Luxe Eyeshadow Duo. The shades are Dream Gleam and Make a Toast. Swatches of those. Oh, those look nice. That may be a nice little everyday duo. It'll certainly pair nicely with the shadow sticks. I'm thinking there are definitely some shadow sticks I can use as lazy liner and kind of a highlighter step, but maybe let's first go in with this and just see what she can do. This first shade here, while it has a real metallic, shiny look to it, I'll bring it in close so you can see these. They have a little texture on them. This looks very shiny, like there's a lot of potential there, but it also has a little bit of depth. It's kind of like an old gold color. And there is a little mirror in this compact too. And just as I suspected, I think it can be a crease color. So we're just taking our usual crease brush here from Profusion, and I'm going to swipe that back and forth for a little quick crease. Yes, I can get close and see some shimmer. There's a micro fine little sparkle in this, but when you do apply it in this way, you can take advantage of also the pure color that exists in this shade. And we can shear it out and just make it soft. See that? Just a nice big wash of color. That's nice. That was easy. And then maybe we pick up some of the dark shade. And again, with putting your brush in and not having any fallout, that's the kind of texture we're working with. I'm gonna see if I can just add a little of that. It really seems to play off of the color of the plummy shirt I'm wearing. Okay, see how we're deepening up? Deepening the crease. So Bub last night, while I was on the way back from cheer, he, like the way he does turkey, he makes his own brine that he puts it in and soaks it in overnight. So he was making that brine on the stove, brings it to a boil, and then he like takes it outside so it can sit and cool down. And I guess he was taking it outside with this incredibly full big pot of boiling hot liquid, and he's trying to, like, you know, open the door, hold the door for himself, hold it with his body, get out through the door, and it sloshed out, and like he spilled, he said, at least a third of it, and it went right on his foot, the boiling hot water. Yeah, so I come home after this has just occurred. There's brine and little, like, I don't know what, cloves and all the little good smelling stuff. I mean, it smells like Christmas. It smells like holiday. Not mad about the smell it gave the entire house, but right there at the doorway, there was just stuff all over the floor. And his foot, the funny thing is he's been doing ice baths at night. He has his own little like ice bath pod. And I'm like, you should look up online first what you're supposed to actually be doing, like how you should handle this. And you shouldn't put ice on a burn like that, but cool water. And that's the way the water is, just as is. Before he adds ice, it's just kind of cool out there. So he just got in there and did a little cool water, non-ice bath on it. And it didn't look as red afterwards, and it looked like maybe it was showing signs of a little blister, but I just asked him this morning because I heard him get up. I texted him, I'm like, how's your foot? And he said, it's not terrible, it hurts a little, but not as bad as last night. Just what you need, you know, as you're trying to prepare your Thanksgiving goodies. So I think those two shades blended super duper easily. I feel like the formula we're working with here, it's capable of being pigmented, but it's definitely not going to overwhelm your brush, okay? So I'm going to go in with a flat brush now because I want to see some of this on my outer lid. And yeah, she's just softer. You're not dealing with ABH textures here at all. See that? Just getting some of my deeper shade right out here. Okay, and then I'm reserving the inner lid for some of this. Let's see how this looks when it's packed on. Okay, showing a little more concentrated shimmer now. Think of like deep bronze with a goldeny microfine shimmer. That's what it's got. All in all, the eye's looking super murky. Like, you're seeing me do these certain steps, and like I've got it in my head like, oh, I got this shade here and this shade here, but it's just looking like kind of a murky thing. This was easy to get to this point, and I don't hate it. I love the packaging. But I'm not like, oh my gosh, everyone, get it. That's that. It's okay. So how can we work in these shadow sticks? I've got this lightest one called Moonstone, and that might be pretty kind of coming around the inner corner for some brightening, right? Yeah, she can do that. That looks nice. Come up toward the lid a bit. And see, your shadow sticks can be your whole look, or they can be kind of an accent thing, which is the duty we're giving them right now. That lays down well. I thought it was going to be a little more sheer than that, but I can totally see it encircling the tear duct on both sides. And we'll come up onto that lid too, just a little bit. Maybe we take a little bit of the soft bronze. That was the next shade deeper, and my other shimmery one. And maybe we let some of that like just come onto the inner lid and give us a little more gleam. So I had like one of these sticks in a mini size, and they do seem to set for long wear. Let me know if you're a huge fan of these long wear cream shadow sticks from Bobbi Brown, but I feel like they're pretty popular. I would like to see, I remember trying to purchase this one in cinnamon once upon a time, and the shade was sold out. And these come rounded. That's interesting. There's no sharpener on the other end. I want to take cinnamon and go across my upper lash line. So it's looking like warm, toasty brown, like cinnamon. Accurately named. Actually, I think Mulberry has a little shimmer in it. I might have called that matte earlier, but Mulberry has a little metallic thing going on. We love a lazy liner like that. And also on the lower lash line, I think that's where I'm going to put Mulberry. Sorry, taupe, you just didn't have a place in today's look. I think taupe would generally be really pretty on the lower lash line, though. It would be about like, you know, that NYX Epic Smoke liner that I say, how it's just a nice little, just looking like a natural shadow kind of thing. Oh, this is pretty. Mulberry is beautiful. I actually might add some of this to the top too. So the nice thing is that you have this here, and then you're not having to smudge it, you're not having to set it. I'm overlapping with a little Mulberry. just right out here. That's become my favorite function for a shadow stick, is giving me the look of soft shadow on the lower lash line, but none of the staying power concerns. One thing I might do before all is said and done here is take my small pointed brush to this shade. Oh, hi Bisky, she's laying so cute over there in the chair. And we just see if we can build this a little bit more, that darkest shade. She's building a little. I can't wait to eat some green bean casserole. Building a little is the verdict here. Building a bit. Okie dokie. Now we have the Smoky Eye Mascara. It came in the Eyes All Aglow kit. Love a small mirror. This is cute. We're going to curl the lashes. I feel like I've used this mascara before once upon a time. Looks like we're getting a full size here, which is nice. Brush is looking like a very traditional brush, like it's spiraled around. The spiral is fairly tight. Natural bristles. Initial coat is looking super natural, like darkening the lashes, but not really taking them up above and beyond. Ever since that last video, I've been really getting back into my telescopic lift. I actually repurchased it. The curl just holds really well. It makes my lashes look the same all day. This is coat 2. See that? I'm definitely seeing them. Shall we go on for 3 at this time? Why not? I'd say that's a pretty good result for me. Length, some thickness. As I tried to build that coat 3, that might be something you want to wait for it to get a little more dry before you do it, because I saw a funky end trying to develop. Okay, it seems like it's building up faster now. Maybe she just had to get warmed up. First coat's looking pretty good over here on the left eye. I would say this mascara is definitely not a dud. I'm pleased with what's going on here. The Shadow Stick sampler, really good. I mean, full sizes, a lot of shades that I think could be everyday use types of products for people. And then a mascara that, I mean, my lashes are hard. They're hard to love, hard to love. And it's building pretty nicely on there with about 2 to 3 coats. So I'm into that. I'm into that set. This, not so much. I mean, I just think a lot of things could amount to this type of look, don't you think? It's just looking real murky. I will say they were nice about not giving me a lot of fallout, and the packaging is absolutely adorable. A little Cali Ray come hell or high water. Don't sneeze, Em. Don't sneeze. For the lip sets that I got, we have the Tint of Glam and we have the Confetti Crush Trio. Confetti Crush is 2 glosses and a lipstick, and then this one has the 2 extra lip tint products. And the box is just tiny, but they look like full sizes here. I do have some of these. I like these products. They feel really good on the lips. There's one that's called Bare Pink, and it looks like this in the tube. This looks more pinky than the one I had. Wonder if they've changed this a bit. I'm gonna try on all this stuff. Okay, so it feels super balmy. Let's see if we get like kind of a pinky type thing developing here. Sure feels good. Yeah, I can see that soft pinkiness just as it sits there. It's soft, it's subtle. This is for the person who doesn't want to look like she's wearing a lot on her lips but really needs some moisture and just wants that little bit of pink glow. The other one is Bare Raspberry, a deeper looking stick that has still kind of a transparent looking quality to it. And immediately you're going to see more color with this. I think I'm going to love this. Absolutely. I love that. I love that for like kind of a throw it on, heading out the door, need to touch up the lips. I'm a sucker for a soft red like that, and I love it in this formula. That's a nice little set, I think. And by the way, these, not that I really need to say, because I think I already told you they set, but they don't move. They completely stay there. Next up, it's this little set. So we have a mini lipstick in the shade Cezanne Nude. Looks like this. So one of those classic Bobbi Brown lipsticks. We have 2 mini glosses. One is in Free Spirit, and this looks like just a creamy color. And then Bellini. Ooh, I've had this one. Peachy looking shimmer. The shimmer looks kind of multi-dimensional, like a little bit golden, maybe a little bit pink as it hits the light.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Angel.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
You're a sweetie. I love you. How are you sleeping?
Good.
Good.
Owl palette.
You see the owl palette? Hoot hoot. Biscuit's keeping me company here. I'll swatch out these glosses for you so you can see about how intense they are. This Bellini's sure got a lot of shimmer, and then Free Spirit looking fairly opaque. See, there's those lots of shimmer and shine, and then more like looking very what you see is what you get with that other one. And then the lipstick, let's go ahead and put this on. We can do a little layering. This little bullet can give you some nice precision though. Like when you have a mini, do you ever feel like, yeah, it's almost like using a jumbo stick as opposed to a full-on lipstick. Pretty shade. I think a lot of people would like that shade. And then let's go over it with Free Spirit, and then let's spotlight with the other shade. So there's Free Spirit just giving us, honestly, it's taking down the pink a little bit. Ooh, that feels good. That's a nice feeling gloss. If you're anti-sticky gloss, it doesn't feel too thin. It feels really, really nice. So that's Free Spirit over Cezanne Nude. What if we just took a little bit of Bellini and just came right in here? She's just got a little extra lightness and shimmer. Ooh, enjoyable. I like that very much. It's nothing ultra unique, but it would suit a lot of people, okay? Like if we're talking giftability here, a lot of people could enjoy that. The texture on those glosses is fabulous. The pigment on the lipstick is really good. So I gotta give a thumbs up to that little set. Of the two, for me personally, I really like the Balm because it has that reddish color, that raspberry, which is so beautiful. And I can also see that tint of pink out of the other. And I see me using that even more sheer one, like popping it on and then maybe lining or possibly lining first with a little lip liner of my choice and then having that balminess. It's a really good feeling. Now, we got these. These are called the Luxe Matte Lipsticks, and I don't think I'm going to try every single one of them on, but I thought, wouldn't it be fun at the end of this video to just do a random grab bag? Like, they all look the same. There's no indication of color unless you're just reading what it says, so I thought I'd just blindly go in, and we're going to grab out 5. Okay, here's 1. Here's 2. Not looking. Here's 3, 4. Wouldn't it be funny if like they're all the bright reds? And 5. Okay. If we really get into the formula, you know, this whole try-on could be a future video. All right, here's the first one I pulled out. Is called Parkside, and the packaging is really luxurious. It's got this black strip down the side. It's got that Bobbi Brown crest on the end. We're not looking at a magnetic closure, but a satisfying snap. And interesting that they're putting out these matte lipsticks with an kind of unformed bullet, like it's cut at an angle, but it's not cut to a point. See? So Parkside, what do we feel like? What do we look like? Full color, one swipe. I gotta say, I feel like I'm lacking some precision, but we're rolling with it. This is kind of a brownish color. Really full color. Not feeling super heavy. The people who are into the 90s kind of throwback looks are probably really liking this. I want to wear it for just a bit here and see if it feels like it's setting, you know? Even immediately, the transfer off is minimal, but I think she's going to stay feeling creamy. I know you're not supposed to do this, but if I do this like one time after it's totally dried, it can affect the curl all day and help. Yeah. Guys, this isn't showing any signs of setting. It feels velvety soft. Not like it's going to slip out the lip line, but there's a softness to this. I'm going to wipe it away. We got 4 more friends to try on. The way it's fully wiping off, I don't think that's one that's going to like completely set the way a liquid lipstick does. Next one is called Big City. Okay, here's Big City. Ooh, looks rosy. Looks like a classic rose. What? Who are you? What is this? It's pink, but it's feeling... Ooh. I thought it was going to be a softer pink, but it's feeling very like watermelon lip kind of look. I don't wear a lot of shades that look like this. Like I'll do maybe a bold fuchsia, getting more into that side of things. This has some warmth in it. It's pretty. Again, that's called Big City. Okay. Kind of leaving some staining behind. I'm guessing the more intense of a color you put on, the more bold pigment is in it, the more like, look how that would wear down. Totally. It still looks decent. Okay, the next one is called Claret. Okay, that's what she looks like in the tube. Oh yeah, for sure. It's deep. It has like a rich rosiness to it. You can also just dab it on your face. Even though at a glance you might think, oh, red lip, there's something like a deep rosy vibe happening here. Like a darkened pink, you know, mixed with red. Really pretty, really approachable red lip, I think. Even though it's got some depth, many people find a deeper red lip even more easy to wear than like just a fire engine red. Oh, I like that. And I'm finding that I'm coping with the lack of formed tip fairly well. I wonder why they chose to do that though. When you see a lipstick like that, when you just view the lipstick, you think, oh, this is going to be like an approachable kind of balmy type of color. But it's not balmy. It's a full-on, full-colored, one-swipe lipstick. Next one is called Power Play. It could be anything. Whoa. This random drawing it out of the bag. I got a true variety here. She's orange. She's like, oh, you have some remaining staining happening on your lips. I will cover that up completely. Oh, hi, Chihuahua. That's bright. That is popping off. What do we think? I don't see me in this a lot, except maybe a fun summertime look. You tell me, should I be wearing that more or less? One thing's for sure, she is fully opaque. And my lips are getting so stained. Okay, we're down to one more in this try on. It is the shade Ruby. Ruby. Okay, we already did Claret. Oh, Ruby's even darker. Oh, my heart. That is rich, y'all. That just has a rich look about it, you know? Do you love it? How did that compare to Claret? We gotta see it on the hand here, just a sec. Claret has more pink in it. This is deeper and has a little more like toastiness in the red. What a boss color. My takeaway on these lipsticks is there's a soft velvetiness to the feel. They go on with ease and one swipe color. You definitely don't have to like go back over anything. The only thing is the stick. It feels funny to put on a color like this from a stick that's so unformed, that's so rounded. However, it worked. But yeah, this was fun. I may need to continue this try on in a future video, or maybe in a short video. I could just do a big old montage, but thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was fun for you to see some of these products in action. For me, I think the biggest wins were the shadow stick set. I think this is a very like versatile little set to have, considering that these could be your entire eye look, or these can accent your eye look in a variety of ways, plus a good mascara. Really love the balm set, and this, I mean, just keep in mind, a very everyday color, but I think in terms of giftability, this would work for a lot of people. The things in the compacts, as much as I wanted to love these compacts, I was not wowed, but the new lipsticks, they do excite me. They do. So thank you, my friends, for watching today. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will see you back here again very soon. I love you. Bye.